my arms get tired, so my abs don't get the amount of work needed. You're speaking on hanging on the bar and doing some ab raise. Well, I know I feel your pain, but the problem is you want to do many repetition. You don't really have to do many repetition. Just hang on the ball and focus on doing a slow control movement as you can. And even if you only do one repetition, call it a day, get off and then take a little break, climb back up again. Because you're gonna get strong, I mean, based on how much tension you put on your core. So it's not about just hanging and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about how much control you put in your, what you call them, in the movement. That's how you're gonna be able to do 2 and then 3 and then 4. So even if you can only do 1, you hang on the bar hold that tight as tight as you can, do the movement. If you don't have enough strength to holding and do and enough to do one movement, then get on the floor and do those leg raises on the floor. I have a video of a most complete 6-pack exercise with no equipment that you can do to incorporate 3 different exercises on the floor. You can feel free to check it out, and I think I'm gonna put it in the description, and you can check it out and hopefully it helps you. But I'll still suggest you to focus on developing that grip strength to do the leg raises, because that grip strength is you're gonna be thankful for gaining that. It's gonna carry over to whatever you're gonna be doing in the future, whether it's barbell work, deadlift, and anything else. Grip is everything. With no grip, you will be a CC and there's gonna be no gain. So the grip is gonna be one of your greatest ally in this journey of fitness and resistance training. So like I said, focus on taking quality repetition. Doesn't have to be many. Just focus as slow control as possible. And plus the fact that it's so hard for you to grab onto it, you're gonna be forced to really control the movement. If you don't control the movement, you won't be able to hold tight. So you hold on tight, control the movement, and then go down. If you cannot go for more than one, just take a break, few seconds, few minutes, go back and do the same thing again. Consistency apply, you will see that you'll be able to do, in 2 weeks you'll be able to do 3, you know, in 2 months you'll be able to do 7, and so on. That's how it goes, man. Be patient, you know. Don't look at anybody else, just focus on your own journey. So hopefully that's being said. I have to try this. I want to try this, but I have no leg. Still, speaking of hanging leg raise, I hope you joking, because it's not funny. In case you're not joking, I'm assuming you have a pelvis. It's a pelvis tilt. The exercise involves pelvis tilt. So if you have no leg, as long as you have a pelvis, you can just touch the pelvis, create as much adduction as possible that you can, the pelvis to your rib cage, and you should be fine. So I'm assuming that you're joking, but this is not funny. You have no leg. Yeah, right. Just get to work, man. Anyway, nice Ali. Do you do any isolation? No, sir. I do not do any isolation exercise. Even if I happen to do, it'll probably be some compound movements. Again, that kind of like isolation exercise, like to work some real depth. I probably do some shoulder, some reverse fly with a ring, which is kind of a compound movement, because really using it is a tremendous demand on your core. So yeah, I tend to try to hit all part of my body, or my other muscle of my body, using bodyweight exercises or maybe barbell movements. I just like compound movement. It's just something about them feeling alive and not so boring, and I hit a lot of birds with one stone. And I'm not a bodybuilder, so the least I want to do is waste my time when I'm training. So I just love compound. I do not do any isolation, but isolation have their own use for sure. I'm not saying not to use them, just that I do not do any isolation exercise. Maybe once in a blue moon, just to change up a little bit for the audience, or maybe for the feel of seeing, for the sake of feeling how other people feel when they're doing maybe biceps curl or some, I don't know, just when I'm bored I can do once and that's it. But it's not really part of my regimen. Okay, and another one. Okay, another one. I want to award you a medal for your music choice. Finally, something else than the same royalty-free track over and over again on the fitness YouTube. Highly welcome your courage to break with this and furthermore Zelda music. Okay, this gentleman wanted to congrats me for using the Zelda music, the theme, Ocarina of Time, the Song of Time on my latest video. Actually, there's no courage to salute because I'm a video game enthusiast, and as much as I don't play anymore, I still follow a lot of video game watching news and everything, getting up to date to the new technology, the new games and everything. I just don't have the motivation to sit and play. The game really had to be exquisite and special for me to sit and and play. And I remember Zelda I think is my favorite game because yeah, it brings a lot of memories, man. Like I remember I didn't have a video game and I had to borrow the console from my friend who had it. So it was a record time. I had a record time to play it because but thinking back then my parents won't get it to me, so it was fun. So you had to get the video game quick and finish the game and bring it back. So I beat that game like in really record time, and it was just amazing experience. I think it's even the first game that was one of the kind, like Zelda. Yeah, Zelda was really revolutionary at that time. So I don't feel like there's any courage to put that soundtrack. I don't care. I like this. I like Zelda, and no shame about it. And the song were pretty badass, a mix of trap and melody. So yeah, but I do understand where you're coming from, and thank you again for the comments. And just had to give you a little bit of insight on the whole topic of Zelda and bring a little bit of history. So next, hey brother, can you tell me how to combine your training? For example, one day you only planche training and day 2 ring training. Well, my training is a mix of programmed and instinctive. So I have a game plan, but lately I've been modifying a lot of my program just based on how I feel, because I've been running on cruise control and I've been running on a burn down system. So I've been overreaching a lot for the past 2 months, and I've taken a break like this week, and hopefully next week again I'm gonna take a break and start new with a new program at the beginning of the year. So I can't really tell you exactly how I program my stuff, but all I can tell you is it's a hybrid and a mix of pre-planned stuff and instinctive training. I hope that answers your question. But if you wanted to know how I do mine so that you can program yours efficiently, I'm not sure of what your goals are, you can always email me, because I'm planning to start some online coaching next year. Something that I've decided lately, and yeah, it should be a good thing. Time to help the online community. I'm gonna try my best to be as close as possible, because one of the reasons why I mentioned that I didn't do online training is because it's hard to just have a really good custom program being far apart with people. I like to deal with people on a contact base. So because of that, I'm gonna limit the amount of people that I'm working with for online training, so I can focus on a few selected people, and I can even be able to talk to them every day if possible, just to make sure that everybody is on track and everything. So again, feel free to drop comments. Email me. It's in the description box, and I should be able to help you out to further your quest. So again, I'm executing the pull-up with proper form, but I don't feel the neuromuscular connection. My friend, if you are executing properly an exercise, trust me, no no matter whether or not you feeling any pain later on. Some people as well, they do the exercise and they're like, but I don't feel it, and I don't feel the pain, I don't feel this, I don't feel sore. You know, you don't have to feel any of those if you are sure 100% that you are performing the exercise properly. Trust me, you are using the muscle properly and how they're supposed to be, because there's no way it can be otherwise. People have been distracted and corrupted by the notion of mind to muscle connection and all this shit. They feel like they have to be in so much connection. This is not yoga, this is not meditation. It's just as simple as grabbing something and then control the movement. That's it. So if you're not in sync with your body, I mean, if you feel like you're not contracting enough, well, you don't really need it. All you gotta do is make sure that you do the exercise properly. It may just be due to some other your ability genetically to self-awareness or whatever, I don't know, but I can guarantee that if you're executing the pull-up whatever other exercise properly, you should be able to to recruit all the muscle that's required for the exercise and work them efficiently. So don't worry about anything else. Just make sure that you do exercise properly. You think that if you grab a ring and I'm asking you to hold a front support, you're gonna tell me that you're not feeling anything? Or even just an exercise as simple as just pulling yourself and holding up there for 1 second and down, you're gonna tell me that you need to have a mind to muscle connection to get out there? No, shit is hard. You're gonna have to pull yourself up and yield to that lack of stability to get yourself there. So yeah, I mean, don't worry about this thing, man. Just make sure that you do the exercise properly, stay stable, and you should be just fine. I think with this, I'm gonna close this video. It's been long enough. I think we've been talking so far for the past 30 minutes. And yes, so that's about it. And I hope you guys liked the format. If anything you guys don't like, let me know how I should be, addressing things, and what I should be changing. And if you guys liked it, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Talk about, spread the word to people. And that's about it, man. I appreciate your support, and I hope I answered those questions to the best of my ability. Remember that everything is and will always be peace mode, the Meckanimal way. Salute, baby. Peace mode.